and welcome to Nonwovens Talks, an EDANA produced series that shines the sustainability spotlight on the nonwovens industry. I'm your host, Sean Kerrigan, Director of Communications and Media Relations here at EDANA. Over the course of 5 episodes, we'll sit down with some of the leading players in our sector to discuss how they are addressing such critical issues as sustainability and circularity. We'll also discover some of the many innovative, forward-looking applications coming out of the industry and learn how these solutions are putting nonwovens at the forefront of sustainability. In today's episode, we talk with 2 companies with substantial experience in the fields of nonwovens, sustainability and circularity. Our first guest is Dimitris Malamos, CEO of the Thrace Group, a producer of technical fabrics and packaging solutions. Hello Dimitris and welcome. Thanks for joining. I wonder perhaps maybe we start with you introducing yourself and your company.
Yes, first of all, thank you for having us. My name is Dimitris Malamos. I'm the Group CEO for Thrace Group. We are a company producing technical fabrics and packaging solutions. We have a presence in 9 countries, and we're happy to say that we sell in 80 countries around the world in 25 different market segments.
Excellent, thank you. I've noticed recently with Thrace and at your stand here at Index, a renewed focus on sustainability initiatives and circular approaches. I wonder if you can perhaps speak to some of those initiatives within Thrace now.
Yes, of course. Sustainability for Thrace is on the top of our agenda. It's a priority. We all understand that for the future it's important to produce sustainable products and also products that will have a lower environmental footprint. In that direction, what we're trying to do is to use different ways, like using recycled materials, reducing our energy consumption in order to have more environmental products, and of course to make products that will be 100% recyclable. In that essence, we have launched a new initiative which we call In the Loop. The concept of this platform is actually it's an upscaling platform for plastic waste. We're trying to give value to plastic waste, so this way we can encourage recyclability. The focus of this platform is to network and make companies to collaborate with each other. As an example, I can state that we have been participating in the last month as the sustainability partner of Acropolis Rallies, which is it took place in Greece after 8 years. What we did there was that we gathered all the safety nets that were necessary for the safe conduct of the Acropolis race, and also the waste of the audience. And we're going to recycle this material and make the safety nets for next year's rally. So what we're trying to do in essence is close the loop. We get material, we recycle, make the raw material in order to make another material, final product, which will be more sustainable. And what was very interesting in this case is that we helped the Acropolis rallies to be upgraded in their sustainability rating. So not only this way we are improving our sustainability ratings, which is very important for our customers, but we also give the chance to our customers to improve their sustainability ratings as well.
Excellent, excellent. In the Loop sounds like an excellent initiative and a great example of a circular approach. We've heard a lot of other people talk about reusing plastics waste, so it's great to see that put into practice. Dimitris, thank you very much for your time, and I look forward to learning more about the In the Loop initiative.
Thank you very much for having us.
Excellent.
Thank you.
Wow, truly great to learn there about the In the Loop initiative and to see an example of the circular economy being put into practice so effectively. Our second guest is Philippe Dewolfs, Manager of Bioproducts Certification at TÜV Austria, Belgium, a testing and certification provider. Hello, Philippe Dewolfs, and many thanks for joining us here at the Circular Nonwovens Forum.
Welcome.
And many thanks for an excellent opening keynote presentation on the certification of biodegradability and bio-based nonwovens.
Thank you.
Perhaps before we get into the detail of the presentation, you could introduce yourself and TÜV Austria.
Yeah, so I'm working for a certification body or testing, inspection and certification body for more than 30 years now. And especially for, let's say, the biodegradable, bio-based and compostable products for more than 20 years. Initially for Vincent, which is the main certification body in Belgium. And we moved to TÜV Austria 4 years ago now. And since that time, we can really focus on that activity and develop the certification schemes and market.
Excellent, thanks. And I alluded to earlier your presentation here this morning. Perhaps you could introduce the key outline points of the presentation and what points we discussed.
One source of confusion is usually the use of bio prefix. And bio means alive. And you have the bio-based coming from from living organism, or biodegradable, degraded by microorganism. And a lot of people make confusions between these two definitions, these two words. And that's the reason why we have two different logos, two different schemes, and two different criteria, of course. And the second point is that biodegradability is always related to the place where that biodegradability occurs. Can be in industrial compost, in your garden, can be on the soil, can be in fresh water or in the sea. And that's the reason why we always specify the place where that product will be degraded or biodegraded.
I see. A very interesting clarification there between bio-based and biodegradability. Perhaps we could elaborate a little bit now on the second point, biodegradability, and you touched upon there in an industrial setting or in a home compost setting. Where are we in terms of being able to home compost some of the most relevant products that we touched upon today, hygiene products or wipes, for example? Is this something that's coming down the line quite soon, do you think?
Yeah, some products are compostable. Nevertheless, we want to avoid to find such products in the compost bin or the green bin for the green waste collection, or in your home compost facility, because we think it's not the correct place. It's not the correct way to dispose these products. Nevertheless, in some countries, they are thinking about a closed loop for diapers, for example, and to have a specific collection and a specific treatment for diapers coming from city nurseries, for example. And of course, in that case, we can certify them, but we will, for example, not allow to put the logo on it, because then it's could be confusing for the consumer. So it's a closed loop. It's a kind of B2B diaper and not a large B2C market.
Sure. So could collection be as much of a hurdle as the technical compostable elements? Collecting at scale, is that a difficult hurdle for you?
Yeah, and what is quite important as well is the specific treatment, because you cannot compost used diapers as you can compost garden waste, for example.
True. Okay, excellent. And lastly, perhaps we'll touch upon how TÜV Austria and the certification work you're doing, how can that help stimulate circularity in the nonwovens industry, or how could it help our members touch on certain aspects of how they approach it?
Okay, so biodegradation or bio-based carbon content are part of the issue, or part of the answer. It's not that will not answer all the issues we are facing today. We want to clean the claims on the market, just to avoid that people think that it's compostable and it's not. Right. So that's our main target, and that's why we have that certification scheme with logos and really accurate test description and test results.
Philippe Dewolfs of TÜV Austria, thank you very much for joining us.
Welcome.
Wow, very interesting to learn there about TÜV Austria's certification of biodegradability and bio-based nonwovens, and how these certifications can stimulate circularity in our industry. One of the key takeaways from today's interviews is that when it comes to sustainability and circularity, the nonwovens industry is truly being very proactive. Clearly, many companies are taking specific actions towards more sustainable production, reducing waste, and increasing the use of recycled products. Thanks for joining us as we shine the sustainability spotlight on the nonwovens industry. See you next time.